neighbors, country people, lend me your head holes, and welcome to another episode of UST, Unexpectedly Serious Turn, our D&D 5e Twitch stream. Yay! Let's see. We do have some exciting news coming up, but I think I'll leave you in suspense for just one more week. But we have some cool changes that are going to be happening to our channel, so keep an eye out for those. We will be keeping you updated as soon as they, are ready for you. But other than that, let's get right back into the world of Anna, shall we? Last time we saw our intrepid adventurers, they were traveling across the ocean blue. They had cleared out the very scary and intimidating hordes of Captain Bloodmane, the bloodthirsty pirate that sails the seven seas. And they cleared out his ship and bartered passage with some pirates by, not killing them. They came onto the ship, made some acquaintances. Acquaintances is probably the best term for what they made. Fen gave a hammer or a throwing axe to a full elf, and then found out she was basically 13. But the ages are weird for the elven kind, right? And then Edwin found himself a lantern and went inside of it and took a very long nap. So there's that. Very exciting. Also, there was a battle. There was a fight. There was a fight with a Morokoth. Very scary, popped up on deck, and all of a sudden they were down quite a number of hit points and had a delicious dinner of aberration squid before settling down for a long rest. And that is where I believe we left off. So, what would y'all like to do?
But yeah, so you guys, I believe we left off a little after the Morokoth fight when you guys were going down for your long rest.
Mm-hmm.
Pausing the boat and everything was going calm. And you settled in for a long rest.
So we're actually going to have someone keep watch this time, or are we all just going to go to sleep as we drift off in the sea?
What would you like to do?
Adding days to our voyage at a time.
I'm definitely keeping watch this time.
Okay.
I mean, what's the chances of something bad happening again?
Nani, how
For
far?
us, it's pretty good.
I assume Nani's just been my shadow this whole time.
She jumps around. She's a little bit like a small child on a constant sugar rush. So she hops around to different places like she's teleporting.
Oh, that's familiar. Nani!
What?
How far to Shandwin?
Carry the 12 minus 2.
Carry the
6
what?
days.
About that long, Glib.
Yeah.
Wow, 6 days?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. The ocean's pretty big.
Yeah. Well, it's it's a little past the kind of around a thing. I think. Yeah. I was great in navigational school, by the way. Just. So
But
you're all
did
the way.
you graduate?
I was fantastic at school.
You still didn't answer the question.
Didn't answer the question.
That's a weird question. I mean, if I was great at school,
Is being
fine.
great to you like getting a passing grade like a D?
It was fantastic. I was great at school. I don't know. These seem like some really weird questions that I just don't understand.
What
She
grade
was a
did you
navigator,
get?
right?
Well, I mean, elves don't really give grades the same way that other people do, so...
Did you get stickers?
I totally got some stickers. And some, stamps and stuff. Yeah.
Did one of those stamps say expelled or failed?
Needs improvement?
These are some really weird questions. I don't know why you guys are giving me the 12th degree.
I feel,
Unsatisfactory performance.
I feel like they're pretty mundane questions. To be simple.
Oh, no.
And that's coming from the forest man.
Are you one of those? Are you one of those kids that had a lot of potential but just wasn't living up to it, and that's why you ended up dropping out of school and becoming a pirate?
Are you looking in a mirror right now?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I know I have a lot of potential, but I didn't drop out of school because we don't have school in the mines.
Oh, you don't have that.
Can't drop
That's
out if you
unfair.
never enrolled.
my school didn't go past the age of 12. I was a blacksmith apprentice right after that, so
Beag, you guys are so freaking lucky.
Well-
I'm just gonna kind of like lift up my sleeve to show like one of like the mini burn scars that I have from blacksmithing. I don't know that I'd call it
Those
luck.
are cool.
God,
Those look awesome.
Also, with the average life expectancy of a goblin, spending so many years at school seems a little counterproductive, because by the time you graduate, you're like, well, I guess it's just time for me to die.
Oh.
To be
But we
fair,
do a
Glib,
lot
I think
of-
most people peak in high school.
Yeah, there is that.
I
The end of high school is the bottom of the peak.
That's when I hit my growth spurt. Grew a whole half a foot in those years.
Cool. I think you'd make a really good big person.
I can be big whenever I want to.
Me too.
Yeah.
I know. That's I want to learn what he knows. That's really cool.
I pull out a copy of the Rune Knight stuff that I have in my backpack, and I'm just gonna hand it to Beag.
Are you gonna multi-class into fighter?
I'm gonna grab that rune thing, and Beag is gonna like
Oh my god, a Rune
Run-
Knight Druid. God,
run
that'd be-
down. He's gonna run away from everyone and sit in a corner and start reading it.
Okay.
Think big thoughts.
That's terrible.
Yes, so much,
Uh.
yes. Oh man. Alright, so we've got about 6 more days, eh?
Yeah, give or take, yeah.
Alright, I'll take first watch tonight.
I'll take second.
Watch what? Is there like a
Oh, I'm definitely keeping watch now.
I'm
What
I
are we
sign me up for
watching?
third.
watching this boat sink in a minute.
No. We are days from land. I'm not swimming to shore.
You can ride on my back.
We have a plan.
So I'll take fourth watch. We're mixing it up. First time not taking third watch. I'll take fourth watch.
I mean, I'll take.
Don't take a single watch. Do
Okay.
We know what watch she wants to take.
I mean, well, you just said fourth, so like I'd be fifth, right?
No, there's only 4 watches.
No, it's fine. Go ahead. Take
Yeah,
the fifth
take-
watch.
not. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, that one.
Be useful. Take the fifth watch. Good now, yes.
I'll take whatever you want. It's fine.
Glib, get this gal a sticker.
Ooh. I'm all out of rainbows, but I do have a lightning bolt.
Yeah. That's cool. Oh, they're pretty awesome.
It pulls out his sticker book that he has, I guess.
110% Glib has a sticker book. It's canon. I will allow this.
The sticker book.
No one really knows where he got it. He just picked it up.
And
We do a
stickers
lot
keep
of-
appearing.
We do a lot of internships, you know, not so much colloquial schooling, but you know, things like that. Comes in handy.
That I'm familiar with.
Heck yeah. See, that'd be way better. Look. I did great in school, but it's just the worst.
Yep.
She takes her sticker and she runs away.
Best thing I ever learned in my apprenticeship. If it falls, don't catch it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Was that Nani giving me that look?
Yes.
Fen's just going to pantomime. And then I'm going to show the scars on my fingers. You make that mistake once.
Cool.
Is there alcohol on this ship?
Yeah, lots.
I'm going to pull one of the Molotovs and I'm going to hand it over to Edwin. There you go, buddy.
That's not what I wanted.
That's rum.
You just gotta take the
towel out of it.
yeah,
Ghost
I'll take
pirate
the
towel.
towel
the
out of it.
handkerchief.
Just standing
I mean,
behind you shows up the lizard man, and he just hands you a bottle and walks away.
I tentatively
Where was he when I was drinking?
sniff the bottle.
It smells like, I mean, it smells not bad. It's cheap, but it's effective. It's about the level of, like, alcohol that you would assume this ragtag group of pirates would consume.
That makes sense.
I just need to go to sleep, so it's fine. It's fine. Good night, and I'm just gonna head down. I'm out.
Are you sleeping in your bottle? Your lantern, or are you
Oh,
sleeping
yeah.
in a bunk? Oh, okay.
No, I want to be just leave me alone.
Fair enough.
Lantern time. Give me my purple silk pillows.
Is it nighttime right now? Or like getting
Yes.
close?
Yeah, this would probably be like one of the last things you're doing before rest.
Alright, Actinia's
Okay.
gonna hold her book up and be like, see you guys later, and just walk down.
I'm just gonna.
Yep.
Alright. I'll come get you for your watch, Actinia.
Very nice. Alright.
So I'll stay up on the deck.
Yep. You stay up on the deck. I'm gonna need a perception check for me, please.
Done deal. There you are. 17?
Very nice, very nice. Very nice. Okay. Yeah. You keep a very good eye out. The seas seem to be fairly calm. You do see things swimming underneath the currents, but, you know, it's nothing that looks dangerous or threatening as of right now. It's just, you know, you're on an ocean. There be things down there. Don't think too hard on the subject.
Yeah, as long as they don't look like they're trying to threaten the boat, I'm not gonna... anything.
We're gonna pretend that the 50-foot sharks don't exist, whether or not they eat people.
Yeah, don't rock the boat.
So,
Alright. At the end of my watch, I'll go wake up Actinia.
fair enough. Actinia? You are
Actinia is gonna walk up to the deck. Is anybody up there with her, or is it just her?
It would just be you. Everyone else has gone to sleep.
Alright, she's gonna sit at the front, like right on the front of the boat, and kind of fold up her wings so the wind flutters in them. And she's just gonna take her look like that. Watch. Why can't I talk right now?
I have that problem all the time.
Ben, I'd like a wisdom save. Actinia, give me a perception check.
A wisdom save?
Yes, please.
Oh
Go
shit.
first.
That is...
A 6.
yeah.
You rolled a
Whatever it
6?
was, I failed.
You don't know that.
25!
Wow, Actinia! Heck yeah!
Dang.
Yeah, you watch, you feel the gentle rocking of the boat, the rushing of the wind past your face, the smell of salt and the scents that come to you on the middle of the sea. You watch the flickering of the moons on the surface of the water, all three of them doing a sort of dance as they are in different phases consecutively, at different sizes, but all three of them looking at you from above. The stars are clear, and you see just the slightest gathering of clouds around you, but otherwise your watch is calm.
She is content with that watch. That was one of the best experiences of her life. And afterwards, she's gonna go down. And I think Beag said he was next. So she's gonna go wake him up.
No,
I thought it was Glib.
Glib.
Is it
I
Glib?
think it's Glib.
Yeah,
Glib.
Glib is next.
Waking up Glib.
Hey. Is it third watch already?
Glibag's bed.
Okay, I'll head on up, get some rest.
You're not gonna fall back asleep, are you?
No, I never do that.
Okay.
I'm a professional. All right, let's head on up and see what we see.
Alright, go ahead. Head on up.
Perception.
Yep, perception, and Actinia, go ahead and make me the wisdom save. Ooh.
Best start believing in wisdom saves on a pirate ship.
Whoa, 26!
Holy
Christ.
shit.
Okay.
I guess being
you wise AF?
You can't touch me right now.
Being a cleric has some perks.
Does. It sure does. Glib, you go up to the top. You do see those gathering clouds start to come a little bit closer. The rocking of the boat, as gentle as it is, seems to get a little bit thicker, but not too bad at this point. It just seems like maybe there's going to be a couple of days of rockier sailing ahead, or at least tomorrow might have some starting of a little bit heftier waves. But as you sit there, again, watch seems to be pretty quiet, all things considered.
It's a little too rocky to be working on, my artificer kit and all that, so I think I'll just relax a little bit.
Fair enough.
Definitely won't let these gentle waves rock me asleep again on my watch. Oh no. Oh no!
It is for sure a temptation. It's a very nice, very nice, gentle rhythm as the waves come in and out.
All right. Well, yeah, I think he just kind of hangs out. Maybe he'll go up to the crow's nest where the rocking is more violent and less calming.
That's true. Yeah, and up there you've got a little bit more of the especially with the anchor down, it kind of affects it a little bit. But yeah, you do see shapes in the water again, but 'tis the ocean and none of them look threatening, so
That's good. All right. Another uneventful watch for Glib. Let's get Edwin, I think, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
Edwin. You go down to Edwin's bunk, and next to it, there is a purple lantern that is glowing. But no Edwin.
Oh, he didn't tell any of us.
He has not.
Nope, there is no Edwin.
All right. Well, Glib doesn't know what that lantern is, so I think he's going to start looking around the ship for Edwin. Do some investigation. Just crawling along. Edwin! Edwin! Are you using the bathroom?
Edwin's just drunk, just passed the fuck out.
Are you using the bathroom, Edwin?
No idea what's going on.
Yeah. So you're just completely out.
Oh yeah.
So Glib, you do not find Edwin.
Well,
But
that's...
You do hear Nani kind of walking around the halls.
I'm gonna spy on her.
Okay. Yeah. She seems to be just kind of like... Most of what she's doing makes perfect sense. She, practices a couple of, like, sword, like, attack movements that she's doing. It's not perfectly graceful, but you can see where the attempt is, and she's certainly got a lot of, like, force behind it, if the grace is not quite there. She also goes through and kind of looks at some of the different boxes they have around the ship, kind of investigating them out of sheer curiosity, but most of it just seems to be a very bored teenager walking around with nothing to do and no one to bother.
When she's doing the sword stuff, if Glib notices something that she could be doing better, because he has a little practice now under his belt, even though his sword does some of the work, like, it's all in the wrist.
Holy wig. What? Oh, wrist?
Yeah, a lot of people think sword is all arm, but a lot of it's in the wrist with the follow-through.
Okay. So like this? And
Yeah.
yeah, she does seem to improve pretty well. She takes direction well, particularly as she seems to be interested in this. So.
And somewhere in the distance, you just hear lies.
I fenced. I know a little thing about moving your wrist. Yeah, so, I mean, brute strength will get you places, but a lot of times if you're fighting somebody that's adept at the blade, you also need to be a little more agile with your maneuvering and whatnot.
Okay.
He just
that makes
walks
sense.
in. Listen, you don't want to be a Fen. Like,
Yeah, no, like
Did you see him with that rapier? Just darn.
No, that makes really good sense. Okay. So like less stabby and more like swishy.
Well, I mean, you can stab somebody anywhere with a sword like
yeah.
that, but with a sword like that, you want to make sure you get them in, like, the vital points, because I assume she has, like, a lighter sort of...
Yeah, it's definitely a dex-based weapon, and she's trying to fight in a strength-based way.
Yeah. I mean, that sword doesn't have the kind of weight behind it that you need to, like, lop off limbs or anything like that, so you really want to get them in, like, the important bits. That's the important part with that. And Glib will, like, make his packed weapon a rapier.
Ooh, that's cool. How do I get one?
Well, it's a long story. How often do you kick rocks?
When I'm on land. But, like, being on land is kind of a thing.
Yeah. I made a deal, and this is one of the perks.
You see her eyes go from you and just, like, out to the water for a second? Yeah. Okay.
And I'm
That's
the
a
bad
good
influence?
So far, it's all upside.
Nani's gonna go make a deal with Cthulhu.
Fathomless Warlock Nani, maybe.
Oh, God.
But yeah.
Either way, it's none of your concern.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So, like,
no. Oh,
What
go ahead.
am I watching for?
Oh, we're just we're keeping an eye above deck to make sure that there aren't any big monsters that are going to cause a problem. Like the one that we just had to deal with.
Yeah, that's actually kind of a really good idea.
It's one thing. It's something you learn when you're adventuring around.
Yeah.
Have you
Definitely
seen? Have you seen Edwin? He's supposed to be next, but I can't find him.
Oh, no. He's the... Which one's he?
Tiefling?
Oh, the purple guy.
Yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
Headband.
Yeah. No.
What was
No.
about race with y'all?
Purple guy. No. Yeah. No. Like, I mean, I kind of like wander because I only need like 4 hours of home, so
Yeah,
I-
no, that makes sense.
spend a lot of time being bored. So I just kind of like walk all over, and I haven't seen him.
Well, that's odd. I wonder if he
Yeah.
got to somewhere weird in the ship, but either way, he'll probably turn up by morning.
Probably.
You want to come above board, and I'll show you the finer points in keeping watch?
Heck yeah! Let's do it! Yeah, she's all for it. She's actually a surprisingly good student.
She told us that she would be.
Yeah! She said she was great in school.
So I guess I'm doing a double now.
Oh no.
Yeah, which is a bit of a problem. But,
Luckily, warlocks are short rests.
anyways. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
warlocks are short rests, so it's not too big of an issue. But yeah, you guys... You have a good chat, teach her the ways of the watch, and as you sleep, Fen, your night is restless. Nothing in particular happens. You just don't feel perfectly at ease. But you wake up the next morning and all of you find yourself a long rest. Edwin, at some point, you are just kind of spat onto the ground as your time in the lantern is over.
Wouldn't be the first time I passed out and woke up somewhere else.
Yeah, so you're just kind of like spat onto the ground next
For
to
Edwin
your,
too.
next to your hammock, but all of you find a long rest and wake up in the morning. The lizard folk is still wandering around the decks early in the morning, charting the path. Takes quite a bit. He makes some sort of food. Seems to be a soup.
I don't like the word seems in this case.
It definitely appears to be food.
It appears to be food. It is probably edible. Yeah, you wake up, you see Nani and Glib chatting on the above board.
Just gonna kind of.
Above deck.
Oh, do we see Edwin?
Well, Edwin is still down below
Yeah,
deck.
I'll make my way up when
Okay, yeah.
when I
So
wake up. You know, my hair will be a little like disheveled and whatnot, and I just kind of like, oh, my bad.
I found him.
Where'd you go?
Yeah,
To sleep.
but like where, purple guy?
I don't know if I.
Because I checked.
Appreciate
I was
that.
looking for you, and I couldn't find you.
Oh, you know, I was sleeping in the sleepy place.
No, because like we checked your bunk.
And I looked just about everywhere else. It's not a particularly big ship.
Same.
Oh, yeah.
Did you tie yourself to the mast and jump overboard and sleep that way?
I don't think so.
I didn't check for that.
Sounds really fun. I'm gonna have to try that. Oh my gosh, this is really fun.
I don't think you should try that. I mean, although you get a hammock going, it maybe it's a little dangerous.
Shark jumps out of the water. You know,
Yeah, I could definitely do it though. Like, it could be done. It could be done.
Oh, no. So see, okay. So you see what had happened was I was, and I'm gonna pull out my lantern. I was in here. In this here lantern.
How'd you fit in that?
But you're too big for that.
Magic.
Well, that explains that.
Yeah, okay.
I call it my happy place. It's pretty nice.
Well, that's cool. So next time you're in there and your watch is coming up, try to shake it.
I mean, you could knock. Or you could rub it if you like.
You should definitely
Knocking
shake
works.
it.
I don't think I like, actually. based on what you just said, I think I'd rather just shake it.
For sure.
The sleeping quarters on the ship all have porthole windows, right?
Yeah.
Fen is going to write 2 letters, and I'm going to send them to you via Discord.
Okie dokie.
Via paper. Use 2 paper birds.
Figured that. Yeah.
Is it okay? I don't know if there's anything with it, but is it okay if Actinia tries to investigate her book a little bit with roll?
Go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
I don't remember. 22.
Woo!
Holy bananas, Actinia with
Taking
the high
everyone's
rolls.
That's
Um,
good.
Yeah. Yeah, you look around, it's fairly simple. You do see, because, you know, this is a ship that previously belonged to a group of people that you made sure were no longer belonging to the ship. In the form of you ganked them. So, as you look around, you do see a couple of, like, personal
Oh wait,
effects.
I meant for
that's-
the book I took. I'm sorry.
Oh!
About
I
the
don't know if
Everdome.
I can. Yeah, I don't. I will see if I understood anything from the riddle, or if like anything popped out.
Oh, okay. So I know you're good. I did not realize that that's what you were doing. So roll me. Hold on. I have in my notes other things that happen. Roll me a perception check as well.
Okay.
Actually, make it insight.
Insight.
Actually, make it Inception.
13.
Right.
My high streak.
So as you read through it, you do find more and more information, but discerning what that information means becomes harder and harder the more you find, because all of it seems to, like, go against itself, and nothing really seems to perfectly line up. There's a lot of mentions of stories, there's a lot of mentions of... The thing that really starts to kind of, get a little confused is that there seems to be a lot of taste switching in terms of the tense that everything is written on. So sometimes it's future tense, sometimes it's past tense, sometimes it's present tense, and none of it really flows in a way that makes sense that you're able to discern.
This book.
Yeah.
Actinia comes up, but her head is like in the book, like she walks around like this the whole time. She's like, I hate this book.
I hate
Those-
most books.
Yes. Edwin's gonna walk over and just kind of like gently, not like entirely rudely, but gently just kind of snatch the book from her. Like, you need to eat, and you need to keep your nose out of this book. Relax.
Fine.
No point in going mad trying to figure this stuff out.
It's just a stupid book. I don't understand why you would write in 3 different tenses. Like, just pick one. Why do they have to make riddles so confusing?
Well, if they didn't, there wouldn't be much of a point to them, huh?
What is the point? Just say it. Come on. Stop.
Please.
Stop, you know.
It's almost like they don't want us to find these guys.
I think that's the
Yeah.
point.
Why even put it in a book?
Yeah.
It's like you already got to be a nerd to want to open the book, but then they want you to prove your nerdness by figuring out the nerd words. It's just play a song. Like,
What are we talking about?
Stupid book. I hate it. We're never getting it ever done. I give up already.
All right, let me see.
I just toss the book, haphazardly. Just toss it at them.
I would like to roll to catch.
Okay, dexterity.
Like, and then toss it so it like opens up and just totally doesn't.
Estini's gonna like nudge you like, what are you doing?
17.
It's a book.
It's a very special book.
That's what all the nerds say about every book.
This one in particular we need.
So I rolled a 17.
Okay, sorry, I'm reading what you sent me real quick.
Yep.
This is where she reveals it's actually, hey, maybe I can bite your hand.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, so you catch the book. It's a book.
All right, I'm gonna kind of go through it while I'm eating what I'm assuming is breakfast.
Yeah.
It's just ocean water with like a rotten potato in it.
Ew.
An alien squid.
Look at all that soup.
Aberration squid.
Yeah,
Roll
aliens.
Roll me an investigation and an insight check.
Investigation and insight. Got it.
Yes.
Okay, insight I'm gonna do first, because I found it first. And then investigation right after. So 21 on insight, 5 investigation.
So here's the good
Investigation.
thing. You understand everything you read.
Huh.
Here's the bad thing. Your eyes gloss over in about 5 seconds of reading, and you don't find jack.
Okay.
But you understand what you read. So
It's like,
I
know
will
the
give
words.
you. Hold on.
I understand all the words, but
Yeah,
you're
the
putting them
words-
together in some cockamamie way so they don't make sense.
So I will give you a dappled sun and twisting vine. Sweet plays gently in stream.
Okay.
You
got the whole
figure that sounds really similar, Mr. Child of a nature god, to a really sunny day in a forest with some sort of stream nearby.
I will share that information with the party that is present. And I'll even point to where it was.
You see, I understand that now. But what about the rest of it?
But what does it mean?
Oh fuck, it twists on itself so many times. I thought my eyes were gonna roll into my brain.
I just don't understand the crows and what river and what moon.
Can I try to deduce the nerd nonsense?
I will.
Using-
I'll slide
Since
it
he's
over.
pointing at it, if I can use my wordsmithness to figure it out.
Roll me an investigation check and
Ugh.
then an insight check.
No,
I'm sorry you don't get to use charisma for this.
that's rude.
I
You
know.
can just charm the
You
book,
can't
eh?
charm your way through everything, Edwin.
That's a lie.
Dirty 20.
Oh my god. And that's
So-
a 5. Dirty
You got-
20 and a 5.
Edwin, in the exact opposite of Fen,
What
you
else is,
read
like,
all
the
of
same?
this.
It's-
And as you read it, you get
Oh, no, it was
really
opposite.
caught up into the, like, you actually find yourself really enjoying the words chosen. You really start to like the art and the poetry of it. And you get caught up in the flow and the rhythm, and you start to kind of think of songs that this could be turned into and ways to use this imagery and different stories that you tell. And 5 minutes later, you realize that you have not actually understood a single gosh darn cotton picking thing in this book.
Yes. It's all bullshit.
Did you get it?
No,
Oh.
it's all bullshit. It's nice, but it's
It's pretty, but it's bullshit.
fucking,
Actinia's gonna like slowly move it back to her, like I'm just gonna.
It's like
All
me.
right,
Later.
let me take a crack at it. Everybody else is looking at this book.
Hey,
She's
Glib,
gonna stick Glib.
roll me an investigation and an insight check.
All right, here comes investigation. And here comes insight.
Breakfast book club over here.
Damn, Glib.
19 investigation, 20 insight. The Bookmaster.
Wow.
Nice.
So yeah, as you read through this book, it all kind of starts to unravel. You understand that the Ka of Murders in particular does refer to a raven itself. You start gathering together the different things that are written in the book, and as you start to understand them, you gather that justice actually refers to the goddess of justice. You understand that sun, moon, the stars, sun, and moon, and temporal flow mean that this thing probably doesn't follow the same track of time that the other planes do, especially knowing that it's an interplanar thing. So there is something attached to crows, or something where crows will be useful in finding this place. And I think I will give you that for your interpretation of the first paragraph.
3 hours later. So it turns out it's actually not allegory. It's very literal in its depiction of crows and the goddess of justice. So,
Goddess of justice. Who's the goddess of justice?
Tigrasa.
Oh.
I also just want to point out we spent all that time giving Nani a hard time about, like, did you actually do well in school? Da, 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 da. Meanwhile, Glib, who's like, I've never been to school, just walks up and is like, you fools, you fell for the accreditation trap. And just reads the book and is like, it's that. What do you mean? Come
the
on, it's right
secret
there.
is to read it very literally.
Edwin got caught up in the poetry, Fen got caught up in the trying to understand everything so much that he lost the complete plot, and Actinia has just been sitting here going, I don't understand anymore! These words mean numbers!
Smells like purple.
Exactly.
Okay.
I don't appreciate
So-
you sniffing me.
See, you are purple.
I'm going to assume that once we get closer, all of these will make sense. 'Cause I don't know nothing about crows. Or what they do.
Well, they're birds.
Or ravens. Was it ravens?
like
Both are
ravens.
mentioned.
Oh,
Or crows.
Both are mentioned, but that particular passage talks about a murder, which is a reference to crows.
Yeah.
and two crows is an attempted murder.
Anyways, it sounds like this place is going to bend time itself, so...
Inside or around it in general?
I'm going to assume the worst, that it's around it in general.
Perhaps the answer is yes.
But I have a feeling that we'll know it when we see it.
Right, fucking hell.
Everybody keep your eyes out for ravens.
Yeah, we'll find out when we get there. Well, alright then. I guess we should keep an eye out just in case we get more monsters trying to come up on deck and eat our faces.
So, we left off. Y'all have a little bit of information. What you doing, dude?
I'm going up onto the deck to help watch for monsters.
Alright. So we're gonna roll a perception check.
I will. Perception, you said?
Yep.
I too will be on the lookout for monsters.
That one is a 7.
Alright. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Because I would prefer to not get my ass kicked again.
It's fine. We took care of it pretty handily.
21.
Very
What else could the
nice.
sea have to throw at us?
Don't ask that. Don't ask that question. Don't even put that out there.
The sea's a little baby. It's a little baby sea that ain't got nothing.
I'm gonna need one of y'all.
What do I hear, bosses?
Roll a hubris check, please.
Yes. No, to roll me a d10.
Ooh.
I can do that. Four.
All right. So, yeah. Edwin, you are watching out. You do a very good job. Fen, you are watching out. You are watching out. Is there anything anyone else would like to do?
I'm distracted by the letters that I wrote.
I'm taking care of my little ones.
Very nice, very nice. And they seem to be flourishing under Mom and Beag's care.
Flourish, damn it!
If you don't flourish, I'll beat you.
I would also...
Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Oh, I was just asking if Glib and Actinia had anything you'd like to do.
I can take another crack at that book.
Yeah.
Unless I've gleaned all that I can glean for the day.
I'll give you one more before your brain gets a little fuzzy.
Alright. A little fuzzy.
Need a fuzzy.
So the book is unbearable. Waka waka.
Waka waka! I mean,
Fine.
yeah, it kinda is. Investigation
and insight. Both
Still so
well,
good.
13
Um,
investigation, 19 insight.
Yeah, it's another one of those things where, like, as you read, you do really seem to understand the words. Like, you're pretty confident that you understand what it's saying, but it starts to kind of get, like, you get a little distracted and lose the plot a bit at some point. And it
That's
just,
fair.
you don't really glean any more concrete information.
I've become tired of this book for now.
I've become so numb, I can't read your words.
Alright, Actinia's gonna take the book back and be like, okay. And she's gonna put it in her pocket and just go to the back of the ship and watch the water swish by.
Fair enough. As you are watching the water, Fen, water pretty. Make splash splash go, ooh. Edwin,
Yes.
you see a boat on the horizon.
A boat?
A boat.
Oot.
What's that about?
A boat on the horizon. And it seems to be coming in your direction.
Hey,
Well,
Fen,
what's up?
we got company.
Alright, fuck. Hey! Captain!
Well, what's up? Yeah?
I imagine with Edwin, we're gonna point out the boat that's coming at us. You go spyglass or anything? 'Cause it's coming at us.
Yeah, definitely.
Just hands you an empty Coke bottle.
Sorry, I gotta.
Tiny
Got
boat.
Gotta make boat bigger. Bigger boat.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
cheese and crackers.
Um,
Why do I hear boss music?
Edwin, I want you to roll me a history check.
I'm not a nerd.
I know. Ben, now that
Sound
you've
like
seen it, you
a-
can also roll me a history check.
I can
sound
roll a
like a
history check as well.
barbarian I played
Oops,
once.
I hit the wrong.
It's a fairly low
A
DC.
6.
Yeah.
And a 6. That, see, I'm not a nerd. That tracks.
We've established this to be true.
Yep. Nope. You're not a nerd. Neither of you are nerds. Y'all are do the punchy and don't do so much the wordy.
What's funny is we both rolled each other's bonuses.
That's true.
Because I have a +4 and he has a +2.
Hmm?
We are in sync in not knowing a goddamn thing.
Yeah. You see this boat, and it seems to be coming at you, and
Hey guys,
Stephen
I
goes,
heard about this. That's what you call a ship.
Eyes a ship. That right there. That's what we call a merchant ship, boys.
No.
Are we
No.
doing pirate stuff?
Hey, pirate stuff. We're a pirate. We've got the flag. Look at the flag. The flag up there, right up there. That's the flag of a pirate. That's a merchant ship.
Where'd you guys get a flag?
Why do we still have the pirate flag up?
We never took it down.
Pirate ship!
Oh my god, take
What?
the flag down!
You cut out
We
it.
had a pirate ship.
Yeah, but where'd we get a flag?
We got the flag because this was already
just-
on
it
the
was
flag was
there.
already on the ship.
It was
Yeah,
there
we never
already.
took it down.
We should not be flying
We
Bloodmane's
should take that
colors.
down.
Like,
This is not Bloodmane. This wasn't Bloodmane's ship. This was the ship of the people that
Massacre.
oh right. We didn't take the. Okay, right.
Either
We didn't
way.
take the galleon.
I have.
Right,
Well,
okay,
if they're
for a
coming
second.
at us, isn't that a little suspicious? If they're a merchant ship and we're a pirate ship, why would they be coming towards us and not the other way around?
Glib, that is very smart. Please roll me a history check.
Oh no!
These guys robbed them before, and now they're.
That's a 5.
Oh, yeah.
Man, that's a really good question, isn't it? Why on earth would the merchant ship be coming at you?
Unless the merchant class is bigger pirates than us, the pirate class.
Ah! Pirate class!
No.
They're like, finally, we found you, and we're just like, I don't even know who you are. Okay.
Glib has strong thoughts about the the vanishing middle
What?
class.
Now that Actinia has seen the merchant ship, can she also try and deduce it?
You can also make the history check, yes.
Oh, come on, Actinia, you got this.
You're our only hope.
Please, for the love of God, one of you.
Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're our only hope.
Really?
19.
19.
Hey,
Okay.
Actinia, you know this ship. You've been on
Okay.
this ship. You owe someone on that ship clothes.
Oh, we did
Oh.
recognize the.
You guys,
Is that one?
that's our
What?
ship. That's the ship.
That's our ship.
That's the ship. That is the ship we
ship?
took before.
Oh, Duane's ship.
That's
So-
Dwane's.
For
Yes.
us, history is 2 weeks ago.
This was personal
Like two-
history. I was seeing how well you could recognize ships.
I can remember
Apparently
that
not.
ship anywhere. There's
Wait, that's
Something
Duane's
else.
ship.
that's Dwane's.
Which, for the record, you guys would remember that Duane and his crew had a bit of a thing about pirates and fighting
they do.
pirates.
Fen's gonna go out onto the mast, or as far out onto the front of the ship since they're coming at us, and I'm going to pull the flame rapier and I'm just gonna wave it. I'm gonna wave them at us, and I'm gonna with both arms
Grow,
like
just grow big. Just grow big, man.
I will grow big. I will
Yes,
go.
He's
So you
gonna-
are growing big?
I will go big.
Look at me.
Actinia's gonna run over and try and take down the stupid pirate flag.
How far away is this other ship?
It's coming at you at a decent speed. It's a little bit faster than you are. It's still a couple of leagues off, though. I mean, you can see it on, like, see it a little further out, but you can't make out any... You can see the ship, and some details on the ship are starting to come into view, but you guess it's still a couple miles out. It'll take a little bit for them to get to you. They are coming at you, though.
Guys, once it gets close enough, I could just go there and let him know what's up.
That works too. Let's do that just in case they don't see me. About how they wouldn't. I'm a very big man.
Yeah, the boat still seems to be coming at you. It's not going any slower necessarily. You don't know for sure. I mean, it's still on pace.
Yeah,
Maybe they think you need to be rescued.
Kinda do. We do. We. Those cannons are very nice.
Cannons, but nice.
You're peeking out a little bit.
Oh, sorry. That's weird. But yeah, so Stephen would be like, cannons?
Yes, they have cannons. You don't want to fight him. He's not as nice as we are.
That's okay. We'll let him know that you're good pirates.
Are the pirates who don't do anything.
We'll let him know that you're beginners.
I mean, aside from one of you being a part of a gang that tried to kill us, none of you've really done anything to us or that we've seen, so, like...
Right! See? We're good pirates.
And to be fair, you're the smartest one of that group. You're also the only one left breathing.
Right, yes. Yeah, I am. That's the thing that happened.
So by default.
By default, you are the smartest one of that group.
And I'm the captain, look at that! I got promoted! Promoted for being smart. You got promoted for being smart. Don't question it. Absolutely, I'm smart.
What if you guys don't do pirate stuff and instead you're privateers?
What's privateer do?
It's a pirate.
Okay.
It's just a state-sanctioned pirate.
Who's the state that's going to sanction us? I
Ah!
don't think sanctioning sounds very nice. It sounds like it hurt. Is it uncomfortable?
Well, from a physical standpoint, it doesn't really hurt, but like, paperwork-wise, it could probably be a bit much.
Nanny! What? Paperwork! Screw you!
I get that.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out a way for this other captain to not want to murder you.
Please don't murder us. That'd be really unfortunate, and I wouldn't like it very much. I
No,
just
it's-
got alive and a captain.
I imagine he's not going to murder them if they're, like, kind of with us.
Well, for now.
Well, I mean, I'm just going to kind of, like, whisper at this point and just be like, it's not really our problem beyond that. If they're doing bad shit, then, like, who cares at that point?
Check, please.
I will.
Please roll me a stealth check.
22.
Holy shit.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah. Who gives a shit? Like, if they're doing bad stuff afterwards, then, like, then they deserve it. But, like,
We literally gave them a ship.
yeah, who gives a shit, you know?
But-
Like,
So, I don't know.
so that makes us accessories. If anything, that's more of a reason to not let them, like, just go about doing pirate things.
We put this inexperienced band of nobodies on a ship, and we're just like, you could be pirates now, and then Duane's just gonna wreck them.
Yeah.
What is just gonna clean the fucking clocks, man?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean,
I
that's
feel a little bit responsible.
that is the life, I suppose.
Or maybe we could steer them towards not being so piratey and more
Well, that's what I'm saying. But like,
Other
if they want to be
stuff.
good, then cool. But if they're gonna keep being pirates, then like, well, then that's on them.
I guess.
Does
Maybe we
my-
could talk him into being good.
I
My
mean,
giants
You
might
can
run
be good
out before
pirates. You don't
Duane
have
gets
to
to
be.
us.
You don't have to be bad pirates.
how long does
I-
your giants might last?
I mean,
1 minute.
technically, Duane's
Yes.
like that far from being a pirate himself. Like, let's be real.
What if they're pirates that fight pirates and take pirate stuff?
Yeah, like Duane.
Although that would kind of get him. That would
Duane
be
is
kind
kind
of
of
rough
a
to go back
privateer.
to
So,
Pirate
like-
City.
Is he? Hold on, Fen. Is he? Because remember how we were in
Yeah.
port and he was like, "Fuck off!" Like, don't
Officially?
tell me what to do.
Officially, I don't think he is.
So that's what I'm saying. Like,
He's a charter captain.
you know, maybe
With cannons.
maybe these y'alls could be a faction of them's y'alls.
Maybe Duane could take him under his wing, so to speak, and
Exactly.
Oh.
Have you seen that man? He's got like a 6-foot wingspan himself.
Yeah, he's got plenty of room under them big ol' arms.
Yeah, but I've got big boat.
What?
How many cannons you got?
Oh no, I haven't been on the boat yet.
Yeah, Stephen, let me put it this way. A bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush.
If you think about it.
I don't have a bird in my hand.
No, but you have this boat, and if Duane thinks that you are a bad pirate, you're not gonna have this boat. None!
Yeah. Is it paperwork?
No,
Not
but this
yet.
might be your only chance to get off this boat and live.
I'm paying attention.
Okay. Duane, the man that got us to Zarn so that we could kill Bloodmane, not very fond of pirates. He kind of takes your kind in, though, if he takes to you. I'm getting the impression that Captain Stephen's not going to make that cut. However...
Captain Steve's like, oh.
Steve's just like, wait a minute.
Duane is a very large man, much like I can be, but he's like that all the time.
I'm paying attention.
He's a good guy. They have a chef on board, but you
Are
gotta
there-
go straight. He gets into some hairy shit. Trust me.
Fen,
you'll
we're a
have fun.
progressive party. Okay?
Not what I meant. Not what I meant. Not what I meant. Listen, you gotta clean up your shit. All right.
Oh, I don't do that.
No, not what I.
You don't shit or you don't clean. You know what? I actually don't want to know.
You should probably do either one of those, if not both.
But important. How many high elves are on board this ship?
Do I
What
remember?
they do in their free time is not.
I barely
right.
recognized the boat when somebody pointed out.
Yeah, like, to be perfectly honest, until Actinia told us whose boat it was, I couldn't even recognize the boat from that distance. I'm gonna take a look back. How far away is the boat now?
It's coming closer, but it does also seem to be slowing down. It doesn't seem to be turning though. It just seems like it's not. It looks.
We're gonna
like...
touch tips, aren't we?
Oh,
Yeah,
why
it
did
doesn't
you
look
phrase
like
it
it's-
that?
It doesn't look like it's turning in order to shoot at you. It seems to be like coming along. It's more of a friendly thing. So you get
Okay.
the feeling that they saw you. Also, for your records, you do not remember there being any high elves on board the ship.
I that's what I will tell her.
I just need to take a moment to point out, like, I just love the genuine, unbridled disgust that came from Noel in that moment.
Like, that was the worst way you could have said that.
I couldn't think of the name of the part of the boat. I was like, we're gonna fucking.
What good part of this conversation has there been?
That was the worst. That was the worst.
Okay. Yeah.
There is a really annoying guy named Dredd. You're probably gonna be inclined to throw him overboard. I encourage it
His
personally.
name is Dread.
He likes to say it is. What was Actinia? What's Dred's real name?
Was it like Billy?
Actinia's like up on the mast,
Greg.
pulling the flag down, and she's like, Greg.
His name's Greg. And I welcome you to call him that at every opportunity.
Oh, it's so gonna happen.
Because here's the thing, you seem like a good kid.
Thanks.
Okay?
You seem like a good dude.
I am not.
I am not a child.
I walk the line,
I'm
and
an
I'm
adult.
not sure which side I'm on. But let me be perfectly clear. As sadly, as a man of the cloth, I am pretty sure that if you continue in this life, I will have to kill you the next time I see you. I'd really like to not have to do that, alright?
That would suck.
That
Also,
would not
for
be...
the record, that cloth is like a chloroform rag.
So, please.
So Guane.
Yes! Great guy! Loves his rum.
I mean, who doesn't?
That is a big tick in his direction.
And,
And
the cook
like
on board
suddenly,
is like a 5-star chef.
Also, now I'm starting to think that she just has a thing for big dudes. And
I'm sure she does.
also suddenly the lizard folk is standing next to you, and he just kind of like it's almost as though he appeared at the word rum, and he's just standing there silently looking at the ship.
Yes. I promise you, you guys will love it. But you guys have to make a good impression. Captain Steve, I really don't think he's going to make the cut. I really don't. But he took in Greg, so who the fuck am I to judge? All right?
such a passive-aggressive mutiny.
Right? Okay?
You would once again hear Captain Stephen go, ah!
I really don't think we should be talking about Captain Stephen like he's not here, because he's obviously right here on deck, listening in.
He's like literally like, Nani's here, lizard folk right here, whose name I cannot remember for the life of me. Captain Stephen. He's like,
I'm going to walk over to Steven. I'm going to throw my arm around him. I'm not even calling him Captain anymore. I'm just going to throw my arm around him. And I'm going to offer him, like, that bottle that I've been chugging at all night and morning.
Thanks. It's not a really big thought. I really had.
Okay, Captain Stephen, how tied to being a pirate are you?
I mean, just what a boat. Not have to go to, like, school.
Okay, I think you could be a privateer with Duane and also still not do those things.
You okay with that? Keurig!
Oh, the dwarf, Keurig.
Kidding?
Listen, this is a bit of a complicated situation we've got here because you see, I am a pirate, but I am also a privateer already.
Oh.
I think I could be convinced as long as I don't have to give up going to Zarn because they have very strong drinks there.
That's between you and Duano.
Do they have a no privateer rule in Zarn?
No.
Oh,
They
then
don't.
yeah.
Don't really ask questions
Do
as
they
long
even
as you
have
don't
rules
say
in
please
Zarn?
and thank you.
Do they have rules in Zarn?
They don't really ask questions as long as you don't say anything like pansy, like please and thank you, or, you're welcome.
Yeah,
hold
who would
open
do
any
that?
doors. As long as you're not like, "Ugh." It's fine.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yeah.
Did anybody try to stop Actinia when she went to go take the flag down?
No, not in particular. They were all debating the follies of being a privateer versus a pirate. So yeah,
Actinia's
you get the flag down for sure.
Okay, good. She's gonna hop down from the mast and be like, okay, hopefully they did not see that. And she's just gonna throw it overboard. You don't need it anymore. Repeat after me, you are not a pirate.
You are a privateer.
Privateer.
I'm a privateer.
This is not a
Excellent.
pirate ship.
This is not a pirate ship.
Repeat that 10 times. and
There
you're
is
good.
no math in D&D.
There is no math in D&D.
Look into
No
my...
math Indeed, indeed.
Look into my lantern.
Keeper, can you let me know when Dwane's ship gets within 500 feet?
Yeah, how many feet?
5,280.
Okay,
And I think a league is like, what, 3 miles?
Roughly.
something like that. Yeah, so, I mean, honestly, at this point, like, you've had enough conversation that I would say it's certainly getting close. So you guess in a couple of minutes it'd probably be within Dimension Door range.
Alright. Once it gets close enough, I'm gonna pop on over, let them know that they don't need to use cannons on us, and then I'll see you guys soon.
Sounds good, Glib.
Right?
Yeah, we have a hard enough time keeping track of our own cannon.
That's true. Oof.
Oh goodness.
Last one
yeah.
otherwise.
Is anyone gonna go get Beag? Are you still down with your baby?
I've been chilling with my kidlings this whole time.
I
have
no.
Well, and he
mini
took
guys.
the runes
Is
and
bliss.
he's thinking
Real.
he's thinking his big thoughts. So leave him
Yeah. Is anyone gonna go tell Beag that
Yeah.
there's
I'm gonna tap Naughty and be like, we gotta go get Beag and all those animals.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I'm just gonna spend my time drinking with Steven. He could use some alcohol.
Good, and he's grateful to you. But yeah.
Every Steven.
Including the universal kind.
Beag, while you're taking care of your babies, all of a sudden, Nani and Fen kind of come down.
Oh, hey, what's going on, guys?
Change the venue.
What's that word mean?
Venue,
It's like the
locale.
place that you are.
That.
So I'm always in a venue?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I can accept that. Where are we going?
But you're not always on the menu. Sorry.
Also true.
I hope you wouldn't eat me. I'd have to turn into a big thing and try to eat you back.
Captain Dwane is rolling up right now.
Ooh.
The ship that brought us to Zarn. So,
Ooh.
Captain Dwane.
Oh,
He's like this really big
We met Beag on the island.
That's
dude
true.
who apparently they like a lot and want us to become privateers for, so.
what's his name?
Dwane.
That's
He's
a good
an
name.
Earth Genasi.
I like that name. That's a good name. All right, let's go meet him. Come on, kidlings. And then I'll just try to herd my kids.
Real quick, just roll me an animal handling check at advantage.
You got it.
Because you have been like, I'm gonna take pretty much everything into account to decide the DC.
Click the advantage, then click the animal handlings, which
At
will
this
be...
point, you probably have more of their discarded fur on you than you do your own hair.
Pretty much, yeah, and he's a hairy dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
19.
so pretty much as soon as you head to the door, it's almost like someone, like, you know those cartoons where there's a whistle and then everybody just kind of like panics to get into a straight line, and there's that one that kind of like is slightly off kilter but gets tapped into the right spot by another one?
Yeah,
That happens.
that's awesome.
And they all just follow in line after you like a line of baby ducks.
I love them so much.
The little Albert cub is just looking the wrong way for a bit.
Legitimate. And the displacer beast's tail just kind of like flicks over it and is just like, right. That's
Just a trail of mews and clicks. Like,
almost creepy. Really impressive. Almost creepy.
Yeah, he's got away with animals.
Ah. Too much thinking, not enough doing. Let's go back upstairs.
Indeed.
And around this time would probably be when Dwane's ship is drawing close to you. But I also think that that's probably a pretty good place for our break. So, we will see all of you very soon with our break. Have a good one, everybody.
Bye!
Bow, 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 bow.
a wonderful break. We had a pretty good time. Hope you got your water and all the other stuff out of the way. But as it stands, Captain Duane's boat was coming close enough to the current ship that you are on with Captain Stevens' crew, who has lost the status of captain in everyone's mind because they now have a real captain around, apparently. Terrible. Absolutely terrible, every
Poor
single
kid.
one of you. You gave this man a dream and then you stole it from him.
I don't think he can't be captain. I think he'd still be okay at it. I just think he needs to be a sub-captain on this whole Duane thing.
So-
DM, I resent every single one of you because I've been nothing but a great
That's
mommy
true.
this whole time.
Beag is a wonderful mommy. The rest of you are dream kid. Well, Glib has not
Excuse
been
you.
Neil's gone.
Excuse you. I gave him a drink, and all I said was, if you're going to be a piece of shit, you're going to get flushed, okay? Like, that's just how it goes.
That's
All right.
fair. Then I guess Fen is the only dream killer, but dang it, he killed dreams.
I saved lives.
You killed dreams. But yeah. So, Glib, you were about to, I believe, dimension door aboard the boat of the Boulder.
Mm-hmm. And Dimension Door! Which in Glib is actually more like, I want to go there! And just...
Yeah, and with a crack, you just kind of like go into this alternate dimension, and then you're like, ha! And just kind of like walk your way over to the correct area, and reappear on the ship seconds later. You're kind of swimming around the astral plane for a little bit, pop back into existence in the correct area, and you see Duane and Kezin and Sierra is up in the crow's nest as she should be, and good lord, Tane. Is that what it's called? Anyway, but yeah, you see the Duane, his cousin, and Kazan on the deck itself, and they just kind of like turn to you as the crack happens, and you appear on deck. You go,
What year is it? How long have I been gone?
1427.
Oh,
I don't know.
Yeah, okay, it's the same day.
Yeah. We just saw Fen. Why is Fen on a pirate ship?
Okay, so that's a long story. I wanted to come over so we didn't just immediately open fire on that ship. They're not technically pirates. We just stole the ship from pirates, which I guess is kind of piracy, and then we installed the crew so we can get somewhere.
No, it's definitely better.
It's like I'm floating the idea of being a privateer.
You could work with that. I could work with that. You could work
It's-
with that.
In fact, we were kind of hoping that you might take the crew under your prodigious wings, Captain, because I think they could use the help.
I think I could be convinced to do that, yeah.
But yeah, so I just want to come on over to let you know not to like just open up fire on them because they're friends, not foes. We got a bunch of really cute baby animals on below deck.
Oh lord, don't let Dread see those. Ah, you called him by his name? Deal. I lost a game of poker.
You lost the game to Dread. Let's not talk about this here. So,
Do you want to, should we board them, or, you guys gonna come over here, cause
we dropped off your bird friend. She gave us the money, and then we were coming back because we figured, you know, we left you guys alone on a pirate island. It wasn't the greatest situation.
Well, I appreciate you coming back. Why not just pull up alongside, and then we could discuss terms, I guess?
I like it. Yeah. Pull her around. And everybody just kind of like goes to their different places, and
Yeah, they start pulling the ship alongside. You guys on the formerly pirate, now private something ship. See alongside you pulls up this much larger, much better equipped ship that is not at all ragtag and is actually very well put together, in all honesty. It's not the like richest or fanciest ship that you've ever seen, but it's very nice. Standing aboard it is a well-dressed Earth Genasi, and a red-maned red-maned bugbear. And then there is also up in the deck a very lithe half-orc, kind of running around the rigging. And there is a half-elf on deck running around a little bit, looking down and trying not to make any noise, and another sorry, this is a lot of people. Another Earth Genasi who looks very similar to the first one, but has a beard and more hair. The other one is completely bald. No beard.
You see that one, little ones? Look, that's the top piece of the ship. Then that's the blanket that catches the wind. And then there's another top piece over there, and that's another top. Beag is just giving the most inaccurate descriptions of the boat, trying to act like he knows this and talking to his little ones.
And even the pirates are just like... Except for the lizard folk, who is just sitting there like...
Oh.
So when we pull up to the Steven ship, Glib's gonna call her permission to board Captain Steven, just to kind of like give him a little boost of confidence.
Right, yeah! That's a great plan. Come on over, that's lovely, yeah?
Oh,
Come
Steven.
on over, Glib.
Goodness, everyone got him
failed
hammered.
it.
I said that's Glib. He's good. He's good people. It's really great. Yeah. Oh, him. He's a great guy. That's Glib, guys.
Okay, you can stop now. You're good. You did it.
Aw, thanks. You're really pretty.
I'm gonna walk to the other side of the ship.
Yeah, Fenn's just gonna walk past him and kind of shoulder check him.
Nani is single-handedly trying to move the plank used for boarding other ships, and it's not working.
I will assist.
Great. She's very grateful for that. Sierra, on the other hand, does a flip down from the rigging and does single-handedly move their plank over. Why is just like, so we want to go over there, talk to him for a minute.
Yeah, I mean, just make nice, I guess.
Yeah. So
Make
the original Earth Genasi, the one that I mentioned was bald, steps up and walks over and just kind of looks around and says, "Hi, I'm 1A. Nice to meet you all. This is my ship, the Boulder. I heard that there was someone in the market for becoming a privateer."
Ah, it's me. That's so we did that. We learned that. Yeah.
I'm now gonna distance myself from Captain Steven with my bottle. I'm just gonna walk away and like, all right, let's
I think you're gonna have to forgive Steven. He's been having kind of a rough morning.
I can see that.
I think it's because people don't respect him.
But also he's good.
Also that, he was kind of, I say this in the kindest possible way, Steven. He was kind of the bottom of the barrel pirates that tried to murder us, and he didn't get murdered in response, and so he was smart enough to say, please don't murder me, and so here we are.
See, that's a step in the right direction. Clearly a man with some kind of intelligence.
At least
we'll go.
self-preservation.
Yeah, it's a step in the right direction on my ship. So it looks like you've got a pretty decent crew here. Is there a first mate I can talk to or something like that?
I'm gonna push Nani forward.
Nani's
Literally-
just
Just hand in the spine, just shove.
Wig, that was definitely Keurig back, but like, okay, hey.
Nani's good at school.
Yeah, I am. I'm really good at school, actually.
Tell him about your grades. As he's like
Show
playing
him your
with his
sticker.
I gotta. You don't want to see my sticker. You're like big and intimidating and made of. Respectfully, sir. Anyway, Sierra just on the other, like Sierra and Kazan are leaning against each other, cracking up. And somewhere in your hearts, you know that a child has just gotten adopted by two of the most chaotic people that could possibly adopt her.
Fully expected that one to happen, to be honest.
Was there any doubt? But yeah, Dwane just kind of like starts laughing and it's like, yeah. So, your boat, you're willing to not hurt people who don't deserve it and only take things from people who do? Yeah. As long as you don't have to, like, you know, fill out paperwork. No, we've got Greg for that. Red. I thought...
Is that why he's there? He does all the paperwork?
Yeah, what did you think we kept him around for?
I don't know. I figured he's just a ragtag part of the family.
No, he's an accountant.
So you lost a bet.
No, this time he won one.
Well, I guess that makes sense. You're on the accountancy.
I missed you, Glib. So, for our lovely friends here, did you guys want to come aboard our ship? Did you want to stay on this one? Headed back to Zades?
We have to head to Shandwin, actually. And there's still that spot of trouble in Zaydes.
Yeah, I think we're still wanted for crime.
Oh yeah, you guys are wanted.
Mostly, our cleric, right?
Well, Fen over here is actually on a wanted
Yeah,
list.
see, the cleric was actually, like, bailed out.
Yeah,
But I've seen
there's
wanted posters for him all over the city.
that. Yeah, you do throw an axe at the... Well, I will say that the guy that we assaulted is probably a bad guy.
Oh, he super deserved it from everything I've heard. You throw an axe at someone's head?
I think it
Who
was
was
a
it that was
hammer.
speaking?
That was Keurig.
I did.
Yep.
And it was an axe. I kind of tapped the twin to it. And you can see the sheath where the other one would have gone.
You're the pirate.
No, it's fine. It was an accident.
You
You're
really
so-
got the axe.
Pirates steal stuff. These guys stole children. That's, that's a bridge too far even for...
Yeah, no, that's a bit of a problem. We don't do that. That's just unsporting. Anyway, so, yeah. Then... Wanna? Actually, I think it's time I get promoted to Admiral, don't you?
Yeah, with multiple ships under your fleet.
I think this is a great plan.
I'm
Kevin from
just
behind him
gonna-
is just like, that's a stupid plan! Wait, do I get to be captain then?
I'm gonna lean over to Steven. Steven. The map to the cave, the galleon. Give it to Dwane. You want to earn points? Do it now.
They're right back. I've got I'll be right back. And he's like stumbling, scampering away. And after a couple of minutes, he comes back panting and, like, stumbling still, and he holds out a paper. Duane takes it and is just like, what is this?
I'm gonna pull Bloodmane's hat out of the bag of holding.
That's fancy.
It's a shit Bloodmane's not using anymore.
And Beag's also gonna be like, and this, and like I'm gonna hold up his tooth.
Oh yeah, we killed Captain Bloodmane. That was the thing that happened.
Yeah, that's probably a thing that you should lead conversations with sometimes.
By the way, we killed one of the most feared pirate captains on the several seas.
It's officially the phrase now is the several seas. Just by the way, it is canon. They stopped counting after like five.
I mean, they all kind of flow into each other.
Exactly. So it's the several seas. They stopped counting. Yeah. Oh, wow. Wow. Man, I was hoping I could get this. Well, congratulations.
I mean, you can
Good job.
keep the tooth, I guess.
No, he can't keep the tooth.
That's
Okay.
I more meant get a.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Oh man, I bet there was a bunch of bounties out for that guy.
Oh, don't
Probably.
worry. We're stopping in Heroes Hole in Shannon.
Shit.
I
Oh no,
mean, yeah,
we took the job.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't think we ever took a job to kill Captain Bloodmane. It was just a thing that happened.
There was a job that you had posted for dealing with the pirates outside of Hades, though.
Oh.
And we have the proof that we completed that job.
Yeah. So yeah.
That's
you
why I
dealt with
grabbed
that.
it.
So it is no longer an issue, which is great. And in the process, you became wanted criminals. It's fine. It's probably not going to be an issue.
We business.
Guilty by
That's-
association.
Nope, I wasn't even there. I'm fine.
Well, if you're
Right.
kicking
in
it
more
with
ways
them-
than one, but like I'm not, I'm good.
We know you're pretty, Edwin. It's okay. Still something we've got to deal with. It's actually I need to stop at the temple in Shandwin when we get there.
Actually, Tane from the other boat, as soon as you say we know you're pretty, Edwin, he whistles just to be a dick. Just
I
like,
wink at him.
That's the wolf whistle.
Can't see with the,
Yeah.
with the eyes, but I wink at him.
you wink at him and he's just like, yeah, that's definitely a thing that happens and I love this. Anyways. But yeah, it's just like, so, come aboard my boat. Captain Stephen, I will let your fine crew take care of this boat, and I will actually. Oh.
Now, I hope I'm not overstepping my bounds, but I'm thinking, what if there was like a crew exchange?
Yeah, see, that's what I'm thinking. I'm trying to think of who I would let be on this boat.
Just to like get everybody up to speed on the situation. Not a permanent thing, but while in transit.
Yeah, maybe someone that's kind of like you, but not exactly you, but could maybe take your place when you can't be in the moment at the time. You know what I'm saying? A double, if you will.
Yeah, so he turns to his cousin and he says, hey!
We calling this a Rockelganger?
Oh.
And so Tane walks over the boards and is just like, you want me to take his place? Be here, make sure they're not stupid? Yeah.
Make sure. Oh no.
I don't know
Sounds
if
like
you've
me
noticed,
just going into work.
but I'm bigger than them, and I'm stronger than them, and I hit a little bit harder than them.
Dorne,
Still
they don't
sounds
have
like me going into work.
Dorne, they don't have anyone that can cook over here.
I'm not giving my up.
No, but
We don't
if you
need
know
a cook. I can give us food.
No, we're going on Dorne's boat. It's faster.
Yeah.
And better.
They have room for my
No offense.
lovelies?
Oh yes.
They'll be well taken care of.
Yeah, of course,
Actually-
because I'll take care of them.
And right about the time that he says that, you see a very small dwarf hop up on the planks and come rushing over, seeing the small adorable animals, and goes,
Can we keep them?
No.
Oh. They're really cute. You did a really good job with them.
Thank you. If you want to help me watch them, I'd be cool with that too, though. So you
Well,
can hang out with them.
I would love that. That'd be super great.
It's the stone face. No.
and what I just kind of like pats her shoulder. It's just like, you can help out a little bit.
I guess that begs the question: what is your plan with them animals?
I'm gonna get them back home.
And just release them?
No, they'll be with one of my mentors.
If you need anything delivered anywhere, we're pretty good at that.
I don't think I could part from them.
That's always the hard part, Beag.
I don't think I can beat the bigger man in this situation, then.
That's okay, because sometimes being the little one is the best way to get through situations when they're tough and small.
Absolutely not. I think that is an asinine comment, and I don't like it. Well, should we get on the boat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Tanae stays over on this boat, just kind of like giving instructions, and for the first time ever, the crew actually looks like a crew, and you see the lizard folk, who's normally just kind of like the only really genuinely capable one, starts actually like taking instructions and doing what he's asked instead of just doing everything. And Nani actually also picks up very quickly exactly what she's supposed to do, and finally like seems to have a like whoosh. And poor drunk Steven is just kind of like but yeah, you guys walk over to Dwane's ship.
Before we leave, I'm gonna go to Nani, and I'm gonna take 2 paper birds. I'm gonna hand them over. You can send these to anyone. Just keep tabs, all right?
You?
No, just let me know how you're doing, so I
Keep
can
in
keep tabs
touch.
on.
Yeah.
Keep in touch. I'm not great with
Okay.
words. That's Edwin's job.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then I'm going to take the dagger that I forged originally back home, that I've been carrying this whole time in my adventuring pack. I'm going to hand that over. If you get
And
caught in
he actually looks pretty adept with it.
yeah, if you get caught in any ropes, cut yourself free before you lose a limb. All right?
Yeah, I can do that. Take care of yourself. Have fun on your adventures.
Also,
Yeah, I
maybe
got to kill
keep-
my dad, so I'm just going to
maybe
leave.
keep watch at night for monsters.
With the bottle still in my hand, just off to the distance, just to patricide.
I'm sorry. Are you saying they haven't been keeping watch?
That was a new concept,
Nope.
but I got him into it.
What did they do at night?
Sleep.
I mean, at least they were here on the boat and not in some sub-plane.
You just, yeah. Just gonna come at me like that, all passive aggressive.
Oh.
You
Kinda
try not
just-
falling asleep with the silk pillows and sheets, right?
That's weird. I don't have access to those.
Well, sounds like a you problem. Get yourself a water bombing, right?
I don't
I'm
think
sorry.
I could have 2.
Yeah, he's already got himself
We're a progressive
Fae
party,
mommy.
Glib.
He's already got himself a Fae mommy.
A sugar fae, if you will.
Oh.
Fae. Oh goodness.
I gave him power as a joke.
But you guys go to your respective boats, and you are reunited with the crew. Sierra does give you a high five, Actinia, if you are receptive to it.
I'm the exactly.
And now you can give her clothes back.
Yeah, I can give these back to you if you want.
Oh, I mean, they look pretty good on you, honestly. Like, I'll let you keep them for now.
Okay. I will give them back before we get off the ship.
Yeah, you don't have to strip right
Sounds
now.
good. Yeah, it's better not. And then Zareth, the dwarf, by the way, Beag introduces herself as Zareth and explains to you that her job on the ship is to be the smartest one on the ship and make sure that they don't do anything dumb. Because the big people like to be dumb sometimes. And she leads you to the cabins below decks, where you find a very large area that normally seems to hold shipping containers, but she does pull out different like bedding and things like that to make it more comfortable for the animals. There's lots of blankets and there's little food bowls and things like that that they carry for when they do have livestock type.
Oh, thank you so much, Zareth. And by the way, that's a great name. And I'm gonna tend to the kidlings.
Thanks. My dad gave it.
Starting to think Beag is just secretly an archfey collecting names to just screw everyone over later.
Right.
So,
Can I have your
I
name?
think I'll
Yeah,
take-
sure. It's
Oh.
never trust a fae with questions.
I don't know what you're talking about.
right? It's worked out fine for Glib. But yeah, now that you are all on a new ship, you take off. And as you are traveling, you do hear at one point there is a sort of commotion above the ship, above the decks. As you're going, you hear a sound of people shouting and moving, and you hear the word whirlpool thrown around a couple of times as the ship starts to rock, violently pitching from side to side.
Oh, damn it. No, again.
Beag is gonna get up and be like, Don't worry, lovelies, don't worry. It's gonna be okay. Mommy's got this. And I wanna run up to the whoever has view of whatever's going on.
Edwin's going to immediately hug the mast because I'm tired of getting thrown into the goddamn ocean and I'm tired of getting knocked down. So I'm just going to hug the mast with one arm and my hand on the bottle. And
But you get
They're just gonna-
please, water, mommy. Help me.
never gonna keep you down.
Sierra walks by and is just like, "You want a rope?"
Now's not the time for that.
Yeah, and I mean, everyone's kind of zooming around, trying to make sure that nothing bad happens aboard this ship. Kezin is giving instructions, Duane is helping out with steering and keeping the boat well angled. Greg is running around like a chicken with his head cut off. And is there anything that any of you would like to do to assist with the boating experience?
I'm gonna go down to where the cannons are and make sure that they aren't falling off the boat.
You do go down below deck where you know the cannons would be, and they do seem to be hitched into place. They're kind of, attached. But it is, roll me a perception check.
One perception check coming right up. 8.
Yeah, everything there seems to be just fine,
Okay.
as far as you can tell. Is there anything anyone else would like to
And
do
so-
to try?
It's just
Yes.
It's just a whirlpool.
There does
Or
seem to,
is it?
yeah, so there seems to be a whirlpool in your path. And it's a pretty good size one, honestly.
I I feel like whirlpools don't just happen, right? Right?
Mhm.
Uh,
So, do we? Is this? We're just gonna kind of theater of the mind this DM, or?
Yeah, for this one, I'll let you kind of just. You are on a ship. If there's anything you can think of to help the ship get through this experience, tell me and I will tell you what to roll, or if you have a thing that you would like to roll, we can try to.
So it's not really a thing. It's actually a spell. And I had this ready, knowing we were going to be in the waters. Depending on how far away is the whirlpool from us.
It's, probably. You're coming up on it pretty quick, because it's sort of pulling you in.
Mm-hmm.
So when you first kind of heard about it, it was a little ways off, but now it's drawing closer. You would say it's probably a couple 100 feet at this point.
Is
From
it
the, like, edge.
okay? Would we say maybe 300 feet or not?
Probably a little less than that. You're coming up on it pretty quick.
Okay. And then my second question is, because I'm going to cast Control Water, which is my 4th level spell, my only one. But seems like a damn good time to use it right now.
It is very good time to use.
So I guess I'm like, because it doesn't say anything about like causing water to stand still, because it's up to 100 feet that I can actually control.
Yeah.
And it's up to 10 minutes. So would you say that this whirlpool is too big for me to just stop entirely?
So what I'm gonna have you do is I'm gonna have you roll me a spell attack
Okay.
as though you were attacking this, okay?
Okay.
This, by the way, is what you actually rolled on the D10, so.
Ooh.
dun dun dun.
Let's sit on.
You got a monster. I got the whirlpool.
It's over here. I'm just gonna do a d20 and add a plus to it, if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. So that would be a 9.
9. Okay. Woof.
Right.
So you do take advantage enough of the situation that you're able to control the flow of the water and push the slow the ship back from going over the whirlpool, but it is just a little bit too big for you to fully control the whirlpool itself.
Okay.
So you're able to help mediate the situation, but you're not able to completely solve it with that.
Okay. Well, I think that's still worthwhile, and hopefully it can help other people get
Very
stuffies.
worthwhile, and it definitely affects any further pieces.
Cool. So Beag is just sitting there trying to cast a spell that's clearly kind of out of his league, but his lovelies are at stake, so he'll risk it all.
Yeah. Is there anything anyone else would like to do to try to help this situation?
Glib wants to cast Fly so he can take a look at the whirlpool from above.
Go ahead. And as you fly up, go ahead and roll me that perception check.
Oh, just a random whirlpool, right? That seems a little weird. Let's see. Perception! That's a 19!
Jeez. Good rolls, man.
So yeah, as you're looking at the water, you do see kind of further out, there seems to be a large shape that you assume probably had something to do with this in the beginning. But you also notice with the air and the way that the tides have been, and with that kind of like subtle storm that had been brewing over the night, you do know that the combination of warm and cool air coming together and the pressure of the seas, it may not have started naturally, but it certainly continued from a natural aspect. So there's not really a monster fighting thing that can stop this so much.
Alright, I will relay that information. Sorry, guys. There's not a monster. It's just nature.
Fair enough.
I know, I'm disappointed too. I get it.
Does anyone else have anything they'd like to do?
Drink more.
Okay.
Fen will try to go up to the wheel after checking on the cannons. I'm going to try and help muscle it. I'm going to help them muscle it over.
Go ahead and roll me a strength check at advantage.
Got it.
It's a bit beefy.
That's that we want. What do we got? 11 and a 5. What the fuck is with my dice today?
Alright, that's okay. Didn't roll super great either. But you working with Duane, you are having a little bit of a tough time getting it hitched. But Duane, with his 16 and the help of Beag, managed to kind of start to turn the wheel away from the whirlpool and are able to start kind of going around it.
Yeah, son of a bitch!
Actinia, you thinking of something?
Actinia was probably reading her book before this, and she slams it like, I can't get a second of peace with these people, and runs upstairs. And I want to try and do something. I'm not sure if it's going to work. But I want to create water on the right side of the ship so that it kind of like pushes it more to the left around the whirlpool.
Okay. Yeah, I'll let you do a spell attack as well. So roll it like you're doing a spell attack. I would do an Arcana check, but you're a divine-based caster. So.
How dare you? I'm gonna do
it.
You
can do an Arcana check if you'd prefer, but
no, I don't. I don't want to.
I would assume your wisdom score is a little better than your proficiency score.
Okay, I'm gonna do it at a level 3. What should I roll for this?
Yeah, I mean any of your like attack spells.
Wait a minute, I have to wrap my head around this for a second. This is too much brain power.
No math in D&D. No math in
So,
D&D.
If you look at what you could do,
Yes.
if you look at see where it says attacks and spellcasting, see at the top where it says firebolt?
Yes.
You could use that one because that would be directly connected to your spell attack.
Okay, let's do this. Oh, my pretty dice.
No. Dirty 20. Nice.
Dirty
Holy
20,
crap.
very nice. So with that, Actinia is able to help working with all of you guys. And that's very good. So working together, all of you are able to push this ship around the whirlpool and get out of it, and everyone's just kind of like, yeah, okay.
Beag is just gonna kind of like fall on his little butt. And he's.
Greg, a thin, half-elf, kind of goofy-looking, long face, brown, kind of rustled hair and stubble, or trying to be stubble, really trying hard to be stubble, but it's like a 12-year-old trying to grow stubble. It's not really working, but you can kind of see it if you wince. Walks up to you and is just like, you did good. You did really, really good.
Wait,
To me?
To you, Beag.
Oh. Yeah, thanks. It's, I never really done that before, but I didn't want to fall into it. Thank you.
That's a really impressive hair.
Thank you. It's mine. If you don't mind, I'm gonna go check on my kids. He's gonna stand up and kind of walk away.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Stiddy's gonna turn
Thanks,
back around
it's
and be
mine.
like, these stupid people.
And just like from behind you, you hear Kazimir just like, so stupid. But yeah, everything for the rest of the day, much easier. And you are relieved to be aboard a ship that has a great feast. Ayat comes above board and is just like, good job, everyone. here are some. That's not his voice. Right. Good job, everybody. Here are some tasty foods, and he hands you caprese salad and just the kind of food that is rich and delicious and hearty and is so good and genuinely big. Like, he comes down to the hold with food for you, as well as lightly cooked and perfectly seasoned, like, meat, as well as vegetable options and other sorted of fruits and vegetables for the children as well, and sets them down. And you understand that this is the person that they talked about being the 5-star chef.
So what I heard is that he actually just cast Hero's Feast, and we're all indulging into that right now.
Ah, nice try. He's just a really good cook.
Yeah, okay.
But you feel nice and full.
I'll have my good berry.
What?
Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
What?
How rude.
I mean, if you don't want to eat the fresh loaded potato soup with caprese salad and
no,
light
it sounds divine.
strip steak, sure, go for it. But you know,
That's a nice caprese salad, but I think I'll have a
Can I
berry.
get what for your son?
It's not just a berry, it's a good berry.
I'll
It
have
is a
this
good
pretty
berry.
good berry.
It's a pretty good berry.
It's pretty good. Fens had a few. They're pretty good.
Over a few days, never more than one a day. Know what these are? Know what they'll do? Go for that once. Once only.
it didn't work out so well, did it? Yeah. Is there anything anyone else would like to do for the day?
Fen's just going to chat with Duane about everything that happened on the island, and then try and explain how to get to the galleon.
Fair enough. And he does write down notes and draw pictures on the map and stuff like that.
And I will tell him about the Shumagarath tentacle thing in the cave.
Good plan.
If my dwarf friend happens to come by, I'd love to kind of help him get a little bit more friendly with the animals, what they like, what they don't like.
Oh yeah, she absolutely will. And you get the feeling that she's very young. It's good. She's just like Nani acted young. You get the feeling that this dwarf is actually young.
And I'm like, no, don't pet them so hard. This one doesn't like it, but you gotta scratch this one right there next to the scales. Yep, they like it.
Oh, scale scratch?
I'm gonna contact Nara to let her know about our travels and also update her on my new genie-ness.
She responds telling you that she is very glad that you're doing well. And the genie-ness sounds super cool and also very intimidating, and she's definitely going to research that. Unfortunately...
See, why do the nerd stuff when I have someone to do the nerd stuff?
Unfortunately, as of yet, she has no further information on the Everdon, but she's still searching.
Okay.
Glib's gonna help out in the kitchen, and by help out, I mean he's gonna sample.
For sure, and you are given lots and lots of things to sample. There is a new fish recipe that he's trying out that he's thinking he's going to use for tomorrow, so he asks you your opinion on it.
Ooh, I could use a little more. I don't know. It's actually perfect. So never mind.
Thanks. I was wondering if maybe it needed a little bit more of a kick, like a spice or something, but I wasn't sure how that would work with the lemon yogurt sauce, so...
Yeah, I feel like it would cut through the lemon yogurt a little bit if you add a little like spice, like cayenne.
Yeah,
But at the same time, I feel like it's pretty fish dominant. The lemon yogurt is there as just sort of like a kiss.
I like that's definitely what I'm thinking. You're a smart one, dude. Definitely.
I'm very used to giving unsolicited cooking advice.
Yep. Yeah. You you have the rest of your evening. It goes by without really any more incident. You are relieved to know that there is, in fact, a watch system set up throughout the night. So you don't have to worry about taking watch unless you would like to.
I'll volunteer.
No, I'm going to sleep.
Absolutely. Yeah, Sierra takes first watch. Kezin has second. Dread likes to take third. Usually Taran is with him. Hane is with him. But that's not really an option right now. And then Aya usually takes the fourth watch, so that he can cook while watch happens. But make breakfast. So, if you'd like to watch with anyone, you are perfectly welcome on board that schedule.
Can I ask how many days left until we reach land?
You have been traveling. Well,
I would ask Tawane the same thing when I was talking to her.
yeah. You traveled for a half a day, and then you traveled for a full day, but you didn't travel over the night. And it's
And this is a faster
now
boat,
you
though, right?
travel. Yeah, it's a slightly faster boat, and you traveled the full time that traveling is an option. So I'd say you probably have about 2.5 days left.
Alright. Actinia's gonna spend most of her night up by a lantern reading a little book.
Alright, are you taking the point of exhaustion?
Yes.
Alright.
Ooh.
I'll
Flavorful.
take watch with Greg.
With Greg?
'Cause
Fantastic.
He's used to having another person on watch too, and I feel like if there's a... Sorry, Greg, but I feel like if there's a weak point in our watch, it's probably just gonna be solo Greg.
Oh, for sure. When Greg says, I'm taking my normal watch, you see everyone just kind of look around like, doesn't actually take watch. Tane takes watch. He just stands there and looks.
It's okay, Greg, I'll
Looks
join
Greggy.
you too.
Looks pretty.
Looks Greggy.
Yeah, looks great. But yes. That's great! Thanks, Glib! I'm really looking forward to that. You and I are gonna be the best together. Red and Glib.
Really rolls off the tongue.
Yeah!
How are you at knife throwing?
I'm the best at knife throwing.
I'm the
Well,
best.
you better warm up that arm.
Oh, it's always warm!
Well, that's a problem. I'd consult a specialist at that point.
Yeah, is there anything any of you would like to do before you settle down for your long rest?
Find another bottle.
I'll check in
Just
on
pass
Edwin.
You are able to find another bottle, but there is a point where a couple of people on the ship start to look concerned.
Don't judge me.
Not judging, just concerned. They look upon you with an air of concern. That's all.
I'll check in on Edwin. Because I'll have noticed.
Fair
Having
enough.
only
Travel.
recently been forced on the wagon.
And Beag kind of had a day. His little ones are like okay, and he actually wants to find Edwin because he's looking to get sauced.
Fair enough. Edwin, are you findable for either of these two individuals?
Oh yeah.
Fair enough. So yeah, both of you will find Edwin.
Edwin, I need a little some of that, please, if you don't mind.
Take as much as you'd like.
Thank you. I probably would have a fifth of what
Edwin?
you're gonna have, and I think I'd be good for the night.
Have you been drinking all day?
Oh yeah.
I would like a Constitution saving throw, please.
Absolutely. That's not my dump stat.
What? Conta is done with that.
Oh.
That's a 6.
No.
Always dump con. I would also like a wisdom save at disadvantage.
At disadvantage.
Yeah, because you're drunk.
That's a 5.
Gotta get you.
I am soft.
Yep, okay.
I'm just gonna sit at the table. So, how you doing?
Yep.
What's going on?
Are you
Yep.
good?
Nah.
Ah,
Ugh.
DM, would Luster Restoration be able to help him out in his state at all?
I mean, it would take away the alcohol. It would definitely leave him hungover, though.
Hey. Hey. Hey.
You see Beag, like,
Hey.
his little hand going to touch you.
Hey. Hey.
What?
Hey.
What?
Look what I can do. And he's gonna pull out his lantern, and then I'm just gonna go into it.
As you go into your lantern, I'll save that for later. But yeah, you see him go
Oh
inside
no!
of his you see him go inside of his lantern. And it starts to glow gently from the inside as the bubbles go.
I'm
Are
gonna
we
take.
in the galley?
I immediately pass out and just set the pillows and blankets and whatnot.
I'm gonna
think
take
you do.
the bottle he gave me and like tap his bottle with the bottle he gave me. Like, Edwin, get out of here! Do you think he's alive?
I probably.
And Beag's just gonna. Eh.
We're in the galley, right? Where everyone eats chow. I'm gonna pick up the lantern, having seen Edwin go into it. I'm gonna take it to his room, and I'm going to set it on a nightstand.
Please save that.
And then I'm gonna like tap it on the top, like I would be patting his head. Just be like, "Okay, buddy." All right. There. I don't know how to fucking do this shit. And then I'll go check on Actinia, and then I'll go to bed.
Beag will take Edwin's bottle to the den where his kids sleep in, and he'll pass out there.
Fair enough.
I thought you were gonna say pass it along to the babies.
Here you go, kids.
This is called a shot.
They'll put hair on your scales. Here you go.
Alright. Actinia, what are you up to?
I'm just laying in my bed with my head in the book.
no,
Are you-
I'm after that book.
Oh goodness!
I don't
Actinia,
hear you
can't-
walking or anything.
Can you breathe?
Oh no, I knock first. So-
Yeah?
Hey, you decent?
Yeah?
May I come in?
Yeah.
Then Fen will go.
Yeah.
Then I'll go.
I mean, you wouldn't want to walk in on her stripping for Sierra, you know. Like,
Hey, we all need privacy in those intimate moments, you know? The slightest thing can kill the mood, I'm telling you. I'll go ahead and I'll leave the door open and just sit down. You know, how's it going?
I don't think I'm getting any closer to the truth. I don't really know what's happening in this.
It's usually how treasure maps work. At least
Just,
that's what Gagan always used to tell me.
why can't they just make it easy?
Because I don't want you to get it. If anyone could get it, then the bumbling idiots we got the fucking book off of would have been there, and then who knows what they would have done with it.
Okay, but if you're a bumbling idiot, you can't read. I can at least read.
Yeah, but that bard wasn't, and neither was Bloodmane. Who knows what those guys would have done with that information.
What do you think they were doing with that information?
Whatever they're doing with the people and the dark the Dark Lanterns that we keep finding every time we run into their asses.
Dark Lantern?
Oh, I haven't told you this story. So when Glib and I first ran into them at the cave near Port Cove, they had experimented trying to create a Dark Lantern to their god. They sacrificed a bunch of people to it, and it blew up. Took a bunch of them with it.
Oh.
And then a bunch of cultists ran in on us, and we had to deal with them.
Okay. That information may have been more helpful at the beginning of this. But thank you for sharing.
Yeah, sorry, it's a lot. We've been trailing these guys for a while. It was right after they stole the lantern in Port Cove. Glib and I were with the group that went and got it back.
Well, at least we got one of them.
We did. Actually, we think Bloodmane was the captain that was shelling Port Cove.
And now it's just your dad left that we're after?
There's Thurvan, Riven, and some unknown accomplices that we know of.
Okay.
There's UC. He changes his face a lot.
I'll go with it. Okay.
I don't know his real name. He said, call me as UC fit, and Glib started calling him UC, and we just kind of went with it.
Fair enough, I guess.
Sounds a lot like Wussy, and that makes me feel better.
Okay.
So, but I wrote my blacksmithing master, sent off a paper bird to him, let him know that we were going to be in Shandwin in a few days. So, we could probably use some advice, since he seemed to know my parents better than I did.
That would be helpful.
He likes to tell me not to go after him. And since that's not happening, I figured maybe he'd at least tell us something. Maybe.
Maybe he's not telling you so you don't go after him.
I'm fairly sure. Thurvan was the closest thing I had to a father growing up.
And he tried to kill you?
Gagan? No, Thurvan did.
I thought you said Thurvan.
Oh, I may have misspoke. Edwin kind of disappeared into that new lantern he's carrying around when I went to go check on him, because he's been schnocking off his ass all day. A feeling that I envy. Remember, involuntary vow of sobriety.
Yeah.
So, somehow I get the feeling that that kind of ties into my oath, so if I drink, then I become an oath breaker. I'm pretty sure that's how this is going to end up working.
Yeah.
So now I'm really fucked. Don't judge, I was joking. Yeah, so that's how that's working out so far. I don't know if he's not telling us just because he doesn't want me to go after him, but somebody has to, so.
Fair enough.
And
I just want to get to the Everdawn soon.
I will tell you my concern about the Everdawn. And it's something Glib said earlier. The time doesn't work the same way there. And it could be outside, it could be inside, and it could be both. And we have to be in Zades.
But I don't think Eleniel would lead us astray here. I think she would know if something was up and would ruin my chances at not being a criminal.
Yeah, you're not going down for that because you didn't throw the axe.
They don't know that.
No, but I'll tell them that I'm the one that threw the axe. And since I'm wearing its mate...
I'm pretty sure they don't care.
Pretty sure they don't either, which is why I need to see the Temple of Higrossa in Shandwin.
Okay.
I'm going to try and get some clerical muscle in on it, if you will.
That sounds like a plan.
That, and I mean, come on, Edwin's a lawyer, but need to get him sober first.
Yeah, I wouldn't want him to be my little lawyer right now.
Might not be a good idea.
That's gonna be a lot of fun.
Just gotta pass a few persuasion checks, right?
Yeah, come on.
So, no worry, we'll figure that out. And I pat the bag of holding. I've still got Jackass's diary.
Yeah. I'm sure this will go well. I'm going to keep saying that so I believe it.
Do I think we're going to see the other side of it in one piece? Absolutely. Every time I've ever made a plan, everything goes off the rails, and then everything seems to turn out okay on the other side. And Glib is always the happier for it, so...
Well, if I don't go to jail, I'm celebrating by going back home for a day or two.
I don't think you're going to go to jail.
Hope not.
I'm probably going to jail.
None of us are going to jail. Let's just put that out there. None of us are going to jail.
Let's hope they're listening, huh?
Please. Please.
But, yeah, don't worry. We'll find it. So, we know it's in a forest by running water.
Ravens, moon, time, God. Got it.
Yep. Alright. Get some rest.
Ben, I
Mhm.
assume you're going to settle down for your long rest.
Yep.
Go ahead and roll me a wisdom save, if you please.
Oh no.
Don't worry, it's probably fine.
19
Yo.
See? Perfectly fine. Yeah.
this time.
You settle down for a long rest. Actinia, you keep your eyes open. Edwin, Beag, you sleep soundly with your darlings. Glib, was there anything you wanted to do before you went to rest?
No, I think eating all the delicious food I can handle is probably good enough.
Fair enough. Yeah, so you go to bed very stuffed and very happy in a nice big comfy plush bed.
Oh.
It's just heaven. The ship has been reunited. Glib X bed is canon. This ship sails. And you settle down and have a lovely rest. Edwin, you go into your lantern.
Yes.
And you try to pass out. And just as you get to the very edge of sleep, where you're kind of in that like sleep awake thing, a drip of water falls on your head and wakes you up. But you don't see any water around. You hear a gentle rocking and slushing, and as you start to get really close back to that sleeping place, you feel a little drip of water on your head again. And this happens for the remainder of the night. And you take 1 point of exhaustion.
Oh.
Because you do not get any sleep.
Oh.
Oh no.
That's just criminal.
Patrons, man. At least mine lets me have sleep.
You haven't messed up yet.
Tried really hard not to.
Well, you kind of messed up, but you've got the opportunity to fix it, so you're not getting punished quite yet about it.
Patrons all mommy, no sugar.
Glib, at the correct time, Dread comes down to your bunk and knocks on your door and says, "Hey, it's time to go do our watch, buddy."
Ah! Ah! Oh. Oh, yeah. Alright, let's... okay, we're up. We're good. Whew. Alright. You ready for some watch?
Absolutely ready for some watch.
Alright, let's do some watch. Here it comes.
Go ahead and roll me perception at advantage before we do any shenanigans. I'm giving this to you because trust me, you don't want Dread to roll it.
Let's see. 19.
Nice.
Fantastic. Yeah, you keep an eye out as you do whatever shenanigans you're going to do. The boat seems to be well cared for under your studious eye. So please continue.
All right. So, Greg, Dread. I know I'm a bit of an outsider here, but I feel like we have an issue with perception, right? So here we are looking outward with our perception, but really I feel like maybe we need to adjust people's perception of Dread.
I mean, keep calling him.
And I get that. You know, people, I think if you make yourself out to be the coolest person around, people are going to look for ways to knock you back down. So really, I think a little humility and a little bit of like maybe not throwing it all out there goes a long way.
Here's the thing. Hey, I talk a lot. It's my charm. It's what I do.
I am very charmed that way. B, what if they don't? I'm smart. I've always been smart. Smart is kind of my thing. I do the paperwork. I do what they need me to do. I kind of help things out. And of course, I'm the captain's best friend, so they're all jealous.
Saying all these things out loud definitely helps your point.
Like, what if they don't respect me because they think I'm just smart and that's it? Like, I mean, you've seen Sierra. She could break me in half by looking at me too hard. Cousin is terrifying.
Oh yeah,
She's
no, I get that.
Scary. And Tane and Dwane, I mean, those two are literal rocks.
That's true. And while I get finding your lane is good, but I feel like there's also something to be said for like trying too hard, you know? See,
That
if
Iod guy is super pathetic, I guess.
I mean, that's neither here nor there. But were I in your shoes, which I'm not, I'm definitely not in your shoes because those are very specific shoes. And if you'd
They're
be
really
okay with, they do look ergonomic. A lot of art support. I'm impressed.
Thanks, I'm really proud of you.
Did you make those?
No, but I installed the extra support.
Oh, okay. And if you don't mind a little, just something that me as an outsider to the cruise noticed is, when it comes to like nicknames and stuff, it's kind of hard to decide your own, right? Because then people will push against it.
That just sounds so cool.
It does sound very cool. But also, Dread on a privateer ship is a little different than like a Dread pirate, you know?
I guess I should give up the dread.
And you know who's really cool? Who could be very cool and have people like them a lot? Is somebody I know named Greg.
Yeah, maybe it's time to break out the old Greg and see how it'll go.
I think ultimately,
That's it. I'm calling this episode Old Greg.
I'm
think
old
I'm-
break.
in the long run, I think you're going to enjoy having people like you and enjoy you for who you are than who you want to be, right?
Yeah, you're right. You're really good at this. Glib.
Well, it's just every person I spend watch with, I try to do some self-help kind of stuff with them.
Man, you should write a book.
Oh, geez, I don't know about that. I don't have time for that.
Nobody got time for that.
But, Greg, you did mention you like throwing knives, and that you're, quote, the best at it. Let's throw some knives and stuff.
Yeah.
Here, you can even use mine. Glib will turn his packed weapon into a little knife. That way, if it goes over the edge, I could just get it
Pop
back.
it back. So go ahead and roll me just a couple of like dexterity attack rolls
Here we go.
for ranged throwing, essentially.
I did very poorly on one of them,
Oh no.
but okay on the other one. And then, last but not least, another pretty good one.
Very nice, yeah. The first one, the boat's a little bit complicated and it's a little weird and you're having trouble picking out the thing, so like it's really just kind of a like thing.
He's like, oh, mulligan. There we go.
Greg, for the first one, also has very, very big problem, and he also nut once. So he just throws it, and it's bad all around.
See,
Everybody
we're
gets
just
one.
warming up. It's just a warm-up throw, and luckily, I just get it back. Easy peasy.
His second one, he actually seems to be doing pretty darn good with it. You see him kind of like think about it for a second, and he seems to like measure a couple of things with his mind, and then he like lines it up and is able to really get a good throw on it.
Were you doing some math?
It's all about angles.
See, now, if you explain what you do in terms of throwing knives, I think people on this crew might appreciate it a little bit more.
Think about it. And he throws the second one, or he throws the third one, and that one is also like he seems to have that like math really well down, and the like boat hiccups a little bit, so he like kind of has to readjust, but he manages to really like get it, and he does another pretty good shot. Almost, it's about even with yours, honestly.
Wow.
The third one.
Greg, I am impressed.
Thanks.
That's some good knife throwing.
Thanks.
Also, sounds like you're not too shabby at cards, so I think along with a little bit of a image adjustment, I think you're going to do just fine.
Yeah. Probably stop counting, but
Well, don't tell them that. I'd say keep that in your back pocket, and maybe don't win every one, but win the ones you need to win.
oh yeah, that's why I got him to call me Dread for the next 3 weeks.
Okay, well after that runs out, then maybe roll out the Greg carpet.
Yeah, but this is the best watch I've ever had.
Well, I try.
Yeah.
It's a very good watch for me too, Greg. I appreciate getting to know you a little bit better.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, you guys make your way back to your separate bunks. Greg seemingly content with being Greg for the night, at least. Then, if that, I believe, brings us to the end of your watch and your rest. And you know for a fact you have about probably a good day and a half left at sea after everything, give or take, depending on how things go. So I think that might be a very good place for us to meet our end of the episode. Thank you everyone for joining.
Before we end real quick, Fen is going to leave the vicious quarterstaff in Actinia's room.
Cool. Okay. Yeah,
Because
Actinia,
I will forget.
Vicious
now have
Actinia.
Vicious quarterstaff. Yeah, thank you all for joining us, everyone. We hope to see you again very, very soon. Have a wonderful night. Bye.
Bye, everyone!
Have a good night.
Goodbye.
And that brings us to the end of our show, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. We hope you had a wonderful week. We hope the rest of your week going forward is absolutely fantastic, and we will see you very soon. Don't forget, we have the link to our Heroes Hall Discord if you want to keep in touch with us, and all of our social media down below. If you keep an eye on that, we will definitely have lots of fun updates, and we also have our very cool merch store in case you want to be, show off your proper sized or be the bigger man. But we will see all of you very soon. Next week, we will be doing some exciting things. Bye, everybody!